everyone. In this class, we'll try to learn about what is cellular immunity. Immunity can be divided into innate immunity and acquired immunity. Acquired immunity further can be uh, divided into cell mediated immunity and humoral immunity. Okay. In this class, we'll try to see what is cell mediated immunity or cellular immunity. Cell mediated immunity is mediated by T cells. Cellular immunity is particularly effective against intracellular organisms like viruses, parasites, and fungi, and cancer cells and tumor cells and transplanted tissue. This immunity is induced following entry of an antigen into the body. However, antigen directly does not induce cellular immunity unless presented appropriately to the T cells. The antigen is recognized and processed by the antigen presenting cells that are called as APCs and then presented to the immunocompetent lymphocytes that are activated and proliferated to destroy the particular antigen. These are the steps of cellular immunity. First one is antigen recognition, processing, and presentation. The second one is activation and proliferation of T cells. And third one is elimination of the invader. There are different varieties of antigens, but human body has ability to recognize each of them. This recognizing ability is innate, which develops without prior exposure to the antigen. The precursor stem cells of lymphocyte differentiate into millions of different T and B cells. Each T or B cell has the ability to respond to particular antigen. On entry to the body, antigens bind with appropriate receptors present on the B cell surface and activate B cells. However, for activation of T cell to occur, the antigen should be processed and presented by the antigen presenting cell to the appropriate receptors on the T cell. The cells that process and present antigens to the T cells are called as antigen presenting cells. The APCs include macrophages, dendritic cells, and B cells. APCs are present in more numbers specifically at locations that are usual sites for antigen entry to the body, like skin, mucous membrane of respiratory, gastrointestinal, and genitourinary tracts. There are five major steps of antigen presentation. First is ingestion of antigens, digestion of antigen, fusion of vesicles, binding of peptide fragment of to major histocompatibility complex molecule, and incorporation of the antigen MHC complex into the cell membrane of APC. These are showing different steps of antigen processing. The first one is phagocytosis of the antigen. Second one, partial digestion of the antigen into peptide fragments into vesicles, and the synthesis of major histocompatibility molecules. Okay. Then fusion of vesicles containing antigen fragment attached to the MCH molecules. Then fifth one is incorporation of MHC antigen complex on the membrane of antigen presenting cell. Antigens are ingested by APCs by process of endocytosis, digestion of the antigen and formation of the vesicle occurs following phagocytosis. Antigen is digested partially by the lysosomal enzymes uh, and they form phagosome within the cytoplasm of APCs. The phagosomal vesicles contain peptide fragments of antigens. Simultaneously, MHC molecules, they are MHC2 molecules are formed in the cell, that is MHC vesicles. Then the phagosomal vesicles containing peptide fragments of antigen combine with the vesicles containing MHC2 molecules. Okay, these two vesicles merge to form a single vesicle. Following the fusion of vesicle, antigen fragments bind with MHC2 molecules. The fused vesicles containing MHC2 and polypeptide fragments, that is MHC antigen complex, undergo exocytosis. During the process of exocytosis, the peptide fragments that is antigen MHC complex, get incorporated into the cell membrane of APC. An APC containing the MHC antigen complex migrate to the lymphocytic tissue or circulate in the blood. When APC containing this MHC antigen complex come in contact with particular T cell, the complex attaches to the T cell receptor. Consequently, the T cell gets activated that triggers cell mediated immunity. So this is the diagram showing recognition of antigen by T cells. Note that MHC antigen complex attaches with a T cell receptor uh, for recognition of the antigen and induction of the immunity. For antigen recognition, the antigen presenting cell presents the antigen to the T cell. The T cell receptors are surrounded by adhesion molecules. Proteins bind to complementary proteins in APC when the two cells transiently join at the junction, that is the space between T cell and APC. So this junction is called as immunologic synapse. The activity at this synapse permits the T cell activation to occur. It is now generally accepted that the two signals are necessary to produce activation. One is produced by binding of digested antigens to the T cell receptor, and the other produced by joining of the surrounding proteins in the synapse. If the first signal occurs but the second signal does not, the T cell is inactivated and becomes unresponsive. The cell mediated immunity depends on the activation of T cells by particular antigen. An activated T cell undergoes differentiation and proliferation into effector T cells, which eliminates the antigen. Activation of cellular immunity involves two important steps, that is, activation of T cells and proliferation and differentiation of T cells. There are receptors on the T cell surface which are known as TCR, that is T cell receptor. When TCR come in contact with the MHC antigen complex located on the surface of APC, T cells are activated. So this is the first step in the induction of cellular immunity. Then the activated T cells with a proper co-stimulation by inducer cells, that is type 1 helper cells, undergo proliferation and differentiation into two sets of T cells, that is cytotoxic T cells and memory T cells. The cytotoxic T cells are also called as T8 cells, and they display CD8 proteins on their cell membrane. They're also known as killer T cells and they kill microbes. The memory T cells are programmed to recognize the original invading antigen in future when the body is re-exposed to the similar antigens. Therefore, when the same antigen invades the body at the later date, thousands of T cells are formed immediately by activation of memory T cells and the invader is killed promptly. The cytotoxic T cells kill the invading microbes by following three major mechanisms. One is cytolysis. The killer cells synthesize and secrete perforins and incorporate them into membranes of invading organisms. Perforins are water channels that freely allow the water to enter the microorganism along with the osmotic gradient. The invading cell dwell and finally undergoes osmotic lysis. The activated T cells secrete lymphotoxin that kill the microbes. The tumor necrosis factor beta is an important known lymphotoxin. Cytotoxic T cells they secrete also gamma interferons that are mainly antiviral. The gamma interferon kills the viruses. They also increase the phagocytic activity of neutrophils and macrophages by prompting opsonization. This is the diagram showing the cellular mechanism. So initially, the antigen presenting cell with the major histocompatibility 2 is presented on the anterior on the surface of the APC. So then they going to contact inactive T4 cells. So there will be activation of the T4 cells. There will be differentiation and proliferation. They are going to form the memory T4 cells or the effector T4 cells, which are going to lead to interleukin 2 secretion, which causes the co-stimulation that it proliferates the differentiation of the cytotoxic cells, that is T8 cells, or the virus infected cells containing MHC1 with the antigen. So it is going to inactivate directly the cytotoxic cells. So that leads to proliferation and differentiation of T8 cell. Okay, and these are going to since they are cytotoxic cells, they are going to kill the the organism by cytolysis. Okay, or they can else form memory T8 cells. Cellular immunity is activated mainly against intracellular pathogens and tumor cells, as I said. And they are effective against viral infection, fungal infection, tumor cell, especially the cancer cell, transplanted cells, chronic bacterial infections like tuberculosis, brucellosis, and parasitic infections. Thank you. This is in brief about cellular immunity. Thank you.